believed that if he had any opportunity to remove Mr. Trump by himself, he would have done so. But he did make a statement to say that if Mr. Trump was left inside of the White House, that the next thing that he would be looking for Mr. Trump to do was to give Russia a nation, or give at least Russia an area which would have been classifying as Alaska. He says that he believes that Mr. Trump would go on to give Russia an area known as Alaska as his own. But what Mr. Adams Schiff failed to recognize and to making his statement to be a fact would have been present fact, he should have been saying is that he believes that Mr. Trump would have been returning Alaska to Russia, which is already a possession of Russia by way of signing a contract many moons or years ago, where Russia signed a contract with a nation, a very young nation at the time, that was going to be buying or contracting a would-be statement of deed to purchase Alaska from a nation known as Russia. We do know that up to this point, Russia itself have already identified that if there has ever been any payment in regards to the land of Alaska to Russia from this point or the day before or the day whereby it was first signed, no one to this day has seen one copper penny. And thereby it says that America is still in the blue, and they're still now in debt for this would have been payment of a land, and whereby now they still hold executive control over, but they have not yet paid any upfront or any other would-be type of debt, whereby they would have been renting, or they would have been leasing, or even, if we might add, purchasing it on a basis to buy. It's called pay to own. Up to this point, they have not paid one penny. So therefore, it still remains on the book through contract that Russia would still own outright Alaska based upon the fact there has been no payment or received, neither have any money made any type of transfer into the hands of the Russians from the date of what have been first contracted to today's date. Now, the reason I'm making this perfectly clear is because all of the United States said lands right now are all under the same would-be type of contract, so would-be written statements, and whereby they made with many of the other nations around them. 6 of those nations are still within what is known as the United States of America. 6 nations. 6 nations known to be 6 black nations. And they're still on the inside of the would-be said lands of the United States of America, and that's from an area which we might even say from Maine all the way to California. These lands would be still there, said to be tied to the black would-be nations, which were 6 nations, when the European men and women decided to cross of anybody's would-be so-called Western Prairie, Eastern Prairie, or even come from anyone's would-be so-called desert. They would still be considered to be lands that will be owned by those black Indians, those black nations, whereby to this date there has not yet been one copper penny that has been transferred into the hands of those that had contracted and made the debt between those individuals. And whereby now it can be said that those lands are still owned by those who first initially made the contract, and those contracts now can as well be considered to be voided. based upon the fact that there's been no transfer of any payment for the deed or for those that would have been classified to be leases at that particular moment. Now, the reason we're making this perfectly clear now tonight is because the nation now is beginning to go forward into a new year, a new world of exploring. This exploring